Alright guys, I'm recording this in the morning here, hence the mask and maybe a little bit of background noise. So this should be your video for Tuesday. I'm going to go over your homework from the night before, and then you'll get a worksheet just like it for today. So here's number one. So remember, we're trying to figure out if this is linear or non-linear. So your change in x each time here will be +1. And then change in y each time looks like it's -1. So this one's fairly straightforward. Again, look for that rate of change to see if it's constant or not. And every time we get -1/1 here, which is equal to -1, so our slope is -1. And now we have to finish up by finding the equation of the line. So pick any of these points. I'll just pick 4, 4. So y equals mx plus b. We have 4 equals -1 times 4 plus b. -1 times 4 is -4 plus b. Add 4, and b is equal to 8. So you have m at -1 and b is equal to 8. So we get y equals -1x plus 8. Again, go ahead and simplify that to -x plus 8. So this one was linear, and the equation is y equals -x plus 8. Let's look at number 2. -1, -3, 1, -4, 3, 0, 4, 2, and 5, 4. So if we look at change in x, that's +2, +2, +1, +1. If we look at change in y, that's -1. That is +4, that's +2, and that's +2. So we look at our rates of change. First time we get -1/2, then we get 4/2, which is 2, 2/1, which is 2, and then 2/1 again, which is 2. So this one's obviously different. So this would be nonlinear because there's not a constant rate of change. So there's no equation to find since it's nonlinear. Number 3. -1, -2, -2, 1, -3, 4, -4, 7, and -5, 10. So we go to find change in x. That's -1, -1, -1, -1. Change in y. It's +3, +3, +3, and +3. So we look for our rate of change in y over change in x. We get 3/-1, looks like every time. So that means our slope is a -3. Unfortunately, we don't have an x value of 0, so we got to find the y-intercept the long way. I'm going to pick this point here. You can pick any of them. I'll pick -2, 1. So we substitute in and y and m and x in order to find b. So the y value is 1, m is -3, x is -2. So you get 1 equals 6 plus b, subtract 6, and b is -5. So m is -3, b is -5. Get y equals -3x minus 5. So that's the equation of that one. All right, number 4. -3, -3. -2, -2. -1, -1. 0, 0. And 1, 1. So we literally have the same numbers on top and on bottom. We'll see if that makes something linear. This is +1, +1, +1, +1. These are also all +1 since they're literally the same numbers. So changing y over changing x every time is 1/1. So that means we do have a constant rate of change. That means this is linear. The slope is 1/1 or just 1. And on top of that, we have the special case where x is 0, so that means b is going to be the y value here, which also happens to be 0. So we know m, we know b. We get y equals 1x plus 0. Don't leave it like that. Go ahead and clean that up. 1 times x is x, and then x plus 0 is x. So that would simplify all the way down to y equals x. Which should make sense. Whatever y is, x is. Since they're literally the same numbers, that's why the equation's like that. You guys can come in. That's fine. All right, last one. Number 5. Nope, positive 3. We get 3, -2, 6, -1, 9, 0, 12, 1, and 15, 2. 12. All right, we'll find change in x. Looks like it's +3 every time. And then we'll find change in y. Looks like it's +1 every time. So we're changing y over changing x. Every time is 1/3. So that means our slope is 1/3. There is a constant rate of change, so this is linear. This is not the shortcut. If y is 0, it's true that's the x-intercept, but that doesn't help us since we want the y-intercept. So we'll have to do it the long way. And we'll pick any point. I'll just pick 3, -2. Again, you can pick any point. It doesn't matter which one.
Ryan Love, please come to the office. Ryan Love to the office.
All right, y is -2, m is 1/3, x is 3, so 1/3 of 3 is 1. Get rid of that constant by subtracting 1, same signs, keep and add, and we get a b of -3 and an m of 1/3, so we get y equals 1/3 x minus 3. So all of those were linear except number 2. You'll have another worksheet to do. You can use the rest of the time in class to work on it. Should be 5 more questions. See you guys tomorrow.